It's LA's 97.1 Amp Radio. It's McCabe in the SoCal Honda Sound Stage today, joined by Troye Sivan.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
It's good. It's good to see you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
You know, New Year's resolutions, do you usually come with one?
I do. My dad used to make me write goals out when I was ever since I was 10 or something. And I haven't done it yet this year.
Do you usually stick to them?
It's more like lofty goals. My dad was you can write whatever you want, no matter how unrealistic or realistic it is. And so it's not really a conscious thing I want to do this every single day. Rarely it's like that. It's I don't know, see my friends more often or something like that. You know what I mean? And then normally I get to look back at the end of the year and most of them I've done a pretty good job of keeping up with.
Well, I have to say you're awesome. I saw you, I think it was last year, a year and a half ago at the Belasco.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Great venue.
Thank you.
And now you get to kind of do it again. You've been writing this entire year. Where are you at right now on this album? Mentally, is more positive feel with it?
Yeah, I think so. I think, the last album was very introspective and me kind of just looking at myself and my life and the changes that I was kind of going through, first everything, first time being away from my family, first heartbreaks, first everything. And I kind of wrote about all of that stuff. And now I feel like I've had this time to just really grow into myself, and I feel a lot happier and just kind of more comfortable in myself. And I hope and think that reflects in the music. I think that this album just kind of feels like a carefree, good time.
Well, when you walked in the studio, you do have that glow on you, this very happy glow.
Good. Well, you guys are the second interview that I've done, so speak to me in 6 months and we'll see how I feel.
Oh man, again.
But right now I'm just so excited to talk to anyone who will listen about the music.
Well, let's talk about My. Where did you write it? Who are you with?
So I went to Sweden with my friend Leland, and we were doing a bunch of writing sessions for the week in Stockholm. And we went in and I kind of had this drum groove idea that I just knew really made me want to dance and made me feel a certain type of way. And he suggested, he was my, the word my, or the phrase my. And to me it was just such a exclamation of it's kind of what you say when you can't think of what to say. You know what I mean?
My.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And so it just felt really good. It felt good, saying the words, and we kind of went with it and ended up writing this song that I still want to dance to. So it's good.
I can see the smile on your face. You have a smirk.
Yeah.
It's when you talk about it. So
yeah.
it comes off.
Good,
and it's such a good song. I heard it
Thanks.
moments before we started talking, and it's such a good song.
Thank you.
And will this reflect the rest of the album as well, you think?
There's moments. There's definitely some more of this kind of vibe of that kind of carefree freedom.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also there's definitely the entire album is extremely personal. I don't really know how to write music any other way, and so there's everything. It's kind of whatever's been going on in the last 2 years it's all in there. So there's ups and downs, but more ups this time, which is I think a good sign.
You have a busy year. You were also you've done so much, but Boy Erased was the movie that you were just in. You guys wrapped filming on that?
Yeah, we finished filming on that, and that was cool because I haven't acted in a long time, and just to kind of sink my teeth into a completely different world for a couple of weeks. I went to Atlanta to shoot the movie, and I was there for a month, so I got to really get to know Atlanta, and I love the city, and get to meet a whole new group of people. It feels like you're sort of in an entirely different world other than your own for a couple of weeks, and it was really refreshing.
How was it working on that kind of story?
It was good. It was tough. It's so the movie is about gay conversion therapy camps, which are a very real thing still to this day. And so it was dark, it's it's a heavy topic. And
have you been that dark before getting into character?
No, I don't think so. And it was uncomfortably real as well. They just did a really great job. We shot on one location, which was the camp, for my entire time that I was there. And so every day I was going to the same place, and even though it was all fake, you're we got given the real source materials that they used to give kids when they would arrive at the camp. And like I would just kind of sit there like flicking through all this stuff, imagining, you know, what it must have been like. And you know, it's really heavy, but
it's an important message, an important story to be told.
Yeah, it needs to be explored. So
so Nicole Kidman was in the cast.
Yeah,
you could work with her.
I mean, hardly, because our characters don't really have much to do with each other, so we didn't really shoot together. But there was like a couple of days where we shot together, and I was like gawking at her from afar.
Trying to get some photos on Instagram.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was just like in awe. She has like the craziest presence, and she's super tall, obviously like beautiful. And
were you playing your music in the background to see if you get her attention?
No, I did. I think I like sort of spoke in my most Australian accent when I spoke to her to try and like maybe have some sort of common ground. Like she'd be like, "Oh, you're Australian," but it didn't even work, and I'm sure I just like sounded weird.
I'm sure you sounded just fine. We look forward to the movie that comes out later this year, but also your music, an album. Is that, do you have a release date? Anything coming up?
No release date yet. Yeah, it's all sort of. I mean, it's like full steam ahead right now. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm still kind of like making some final changes and tweaks and stuff.
And I'm guessing a tour at some point too.
Definitely a tour. Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, I think 2018 is going to be a really fun year for me. I'm excited.
Well, if you ever have time, stop by Amp Radio. More than welcome to.
Thank you.
My is the new single. It's out now.
It is.
Get it now. Troye Sivan, thank you so much for stopping by 97.1 Amp Radio.
Thanks for having me.
97.1 Amp Radio.